Somebody coming to you and basically saying, hey, how can I take you out? What's your weak spot? How can I give the information about you to your mortal enemy and allow them to come in and destroy you? And he indulges her. He has this back and forth with her. And it's kind of like this little game of cat and mouse. And I want you guys to remember that the enemy is relentless in his pursuit of us. He's relentless. He's constantly coming after us. And he's going to do everything he can. He'll patiently wait down the road for you to travel down this one path and jump out and try and ambush you. So as he is relentlessly chasing after us, we need to be relentlessly chasing after the Lord. Because as we pursue him, he's going to guide and direct our steps. He's going to help us avoid those pitfalls and those traps that the enemy throws out at us every time. Now back to verse 16. So they go back and forth, just so you know, and he gives her wrong information. He says, oh, if you do this, I'll be weak. If you do that, I'll be weak. So she takes that information and tells it to her brethren, and they come and try and get him, and he wipes them out time and time again. So in verse 16, it says, and it came to pass when she pestered him daily with her words and pressed him, so that his soul was vexed to death, that he told her all of his heart, and said to him, no razor has ever come upon my head, for I have been a Nazarite to God from my mother's womb. If I am shaven, then my strength will leave me, and I shall become weak and be like any other man. 18. When Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart, she sent and called for the lords of the Philistines, saying, come up once more, for he has told me all his heart. So the lords of the Philistines came up to her and brought the money in their hand. Sounds like a little gold digging going on there. 19. Then she lulled him to sleep on her knees and called for a man, and he had him shaved, and had him shave off the 7 locks of his head. Then she began to torment him, and his strength left him. And she said, the Philistines are upon you, Samson. So he awoke from his sleep and said, I will go out as before at other times and shake myself free. But he did not know that the Lord had departed from him. There it is. Strike 3. Strike 3. I don't know where you're at. I don't know what strike you're on. But for Samson, when he gave up the information about his hair and they cut it off, that was strike 3. That was strike 3 for a Nazarite. And all of his power, all of his strength was gone. Was gone. Now, it might not be strike 3 for you. It might be strike 1. It depends on where you're at with God. If you know something and you still purposely do it, time and time again, you think, hey, I've gotten away with this every time. So I'm going to continue to get away with this. Then you're setting yourself up for a big time calamity in your life. He upgraded. He got progressively worse. And that's what happens in our lives when we think we get away with something. The enemy's setting us up. We're not getting away with anything other than preparing ourselves for destruction. And God showed up several times, gracefully, trying to help him see, trying to help him recover. and he did nothing with it. You know, I think back to Lenny and his little pea brain and his time on the fence and how he got really relaxed. Oh, it's a nice summer day in Florida, just chilling. I can just see his little eyes blinking if he had eyelids. And boom, all of a sudden, human alert. And he hops up and lands on the wrong side. Okay, I gotta get back to the other side now. Boom, and he's frantically trying to get back to the other side. He knows where he's supposed to be, and he's not there. He's pushing through, he's trying. And now he's stuck. He's stuck. And I think back to that moment, in my heart and my intention for Lenny was to help him. Dude, I want to help you. I want to see you. Yeah, for me it was a selfish motivation. I didn't want an iguana in the fence. But I'm here to help you, Lenny. I'm trying to get you out from this stuck position. But you're flailing and you're just continually moving and trying to finagle your way out of it. And it ain't happening. And how many times in our lives do we find ourselves in that same position? God's trying to help us. He wants to show up. He's warned us time and time again. And now we're on the wrong side. And now we're trying to get back to the right side. And we're stuck. We are literally stuck. Spiritually stuck, sometimes physically stuck. And God's saying, hey, just relax. Be honest with yourself. Be honest with me. Yeah, that might require for you to come clean. That might require for us to confess. That might require for us to be willing to be embarrassed for a season. But I can tell you this, I would much rather be embarrassed with God helping me than to be stuck with the enemy coming in to chomp my head off. Are we willing to be still and wait on God? Are we willing to be vulnerable? And again, possibly expose our sin to all. That's a tough place to be. You know? But again, had Lenny just kind of chilled out, I could have got him out. Now getting you out of the fence might hurt a little. You might get scraped up because sometimes it's hard to pull you back through. But at least you're out. At least you have the rest of your life to do what God has created you to do. Now, I don't want anybody in here to get chomped on by the enemy. And it's been said that a smart man learns from the mistakes of others. Or learns from their mistakes, I'm sorry. A smart man learns from their own mistakes, but a wise man learns from the mistakes of others. And I want Calvary Chapel, Omaha, West Omaha, to be wise. I want everybody in this room to be wise enough to count the cost and to say to themselves, am I living? Is there any part of my life that I fit his description? And I want us to learn. I want us to learn from Lenny. I want us to learn from Samson. Because again, the end of the story is Samson, now that the power of the Lord has departed from him after continually compromising, continually. It wasn't like just a quick, okay, you messed up, I'm done with you. No, the Lord was willing to work with him, just like he's willing to work with us. But Samson, again, got progressive.